Alright, so we just had the corpse of a dead priest pry itself off of where it was crucified and is now looks like it's about to attack.
Pretty good guess. Actually, the first thing it does, it seems to be going through the motions of casting a spell.
Okay, so we've encountered an undead cleric once before.
Yep.
Very different than this one, though.
Yes. So it does some semantic gestures and says some words, and a number of ghostly angelic images start swirling around him,
Okay.
or it, I guess. And then at that point, it charges in, screaming.
Alright, so are we rolling for initiative?
All right. Let's roll for initiative. That was basically its surprise round because it did surprise them,
Yeah.
which is not exactly a stretch.
No.
So we'll roll yourself into initiative as well, just in case we decide to get involved in this.
Well, apparently I am also surprised by this. I have a 4.
I have a 20. I'm really into this, but I suspect I will not be doing anything in round one for sure. 15. This is sorcerer's initiative bonus. $17.
Alright.
Oh,
Where does everyone else land and all that?
all right. I rolled them all.
Yeah.
The first to get their brains wrapped around this as a problem are the actual foot soldiers, the general troops. Then it's me.
Oh, so okay.
Then it is the sorcerer. Then this undead priest. Then the lieutenant or commander or the higher rank. Yep. And taking up the rear,
Me.
you.
Alright, so there
So,
are 5 foot soldiers.
yep, it's 5 foot soldiers get their act together in drill fashion, and they all point
Then
to
I'm
their
the sorcerer. Who's that?
no, me,
You, sorcerer.
sorcerer, the undead priest, the lieutenant or commander, and then you. So 5 bidents point at this creature
Yeah.
and
Fire. Alright. So you want me to run them?
yeah, you run them because it'll just give you something to do until we decide to join in on this.
Alright, so I assume they're attacking with their bidents.
Yes.
Alright, well, there's 5 of them.
Yeah, +5 to hit.
Yep. Alright, one's a natural 20.
Whoa.
One's a 17. The next 2 are 7 and 8, and the last one, 9.
2 hits.
2 hits. Alright. So, I put my d12s away. I didn't think I was going to need them. That's a 12.
Was that the natural 20?
No, I said I found a 12.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought they rolled a 12. That'd be a lot of damage to start off.
No, but it is a 10.
So it doubles to 20
Plus
plus
1, 21.
Yep.
The second shot is another 10, so it's another 11 on top of it.
Wow. That's a good opening salvo. 32 points of damage to this thing. You notice, because it's obvious, it does not seem to take any kind of response to damage, other than the fact that it seems to be taking damage. And the other thing you notice is the blast from this is very familiar to us because we use this form of damage all the time. It seems to be force damage.
Alright, so that was 32 points of damage to
Yep.
this thing. Alright. I assume they're standing their ground.
Yes, they are combat hardened veterans. They're not happy, I suspect, about being having to fight an undead, but they have fought many things. All right, so next in line is the sorcerer.
Well, you.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing anything at the moment
Alright, so you're passing your turn.
because I'm not sure what we are going to do. We're invisible at the moment, so I want to see how this
thing took
plays.
a bunch of abuse.
Yeah, doesn't seem to do a whole lot of damage to it. Seemed to do damage. Nothing seemed to be resistant or anything, but it seems quite resilient.
Alright. The sorcerer.
The sorcerer! I'm gonna roll for you, buddy. Sorcerer seems really scared.
Okay.
He's just seems to be out of his depth here a little bit. But he is smart enough to realize that he has to do something. He moves so that he has his troops between him and this thing, because he's not dumb.
Which puts him between his troops and us.
No. Hold on a sec. Initially, he was tailing behind them.
Yeah.
So now and we were behind him. So now he is swung around so that he is facing directly at him.
Oh,
so
okay, so
it's us.
this thing isn't coming directly at them down the road.
No, it's coming from across where the church is.
Alright.
All right. And then he is going through the semantics for a spell, and you feel, and this is the verification we've been waiting for, I suppose, a surge of wild magic.
Alright, so what's your roll?
A very familiar spell. I don't even have to roll for it.
No, but does a wild magic surge happen?
Oh, yes. Hold on a sec. I'm going to roll this first.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for the surge?
Go for it. Roll a 1, please.
17, so no surge happens.
No, you feel that surge, but not any result from it.
Okay.
Oh, where are the other 6? Missed a 6. Oh, there it is. He casts Fireball.
Okay. Note to self, these sorcerers are trigger happy.
Yeah, well, not a very good one for 26 points of damage.
Alright, does it save?
Hold on a second. I am going to, because he is a little shaken by this, I'm going to roll to see if he aims it properly.
Oh dear. Well, we're out of the blast radius, hopefully.
Nah, it's nowhere near us. Oh, that's not good.
He fumbles his aim.
He is fumbling his aim a little bit. Alright, so our undead fellow, who is the main target, is rolling a saving throw. Rolls a 7 plus 4 is not enough. So he takes the full brunt, which is 26 points of damage. And
I bet they're beating him.
yep, the 2 forward in the phalanx.
You have to roll saving
Also
throws?
count this.
Roll their saving throws?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
9 and 10.
They also both fail.
Yeah.
They both take 26 points of damage and scream in agony.
Yeah, that's most of their hit points. And this is a good point to clarify that our new rules for healing apply to everyone in our world.
Oh yeah, Yeah, they're going to be healing for a long time with that.
Yep.
All right. So that is them. We move down to now
The
our
undead.
undead buddy
Yep.
who charges forward. And the second he moves forward, all these spirits which are going with him envelop the entire phalanx.
Yep.
So they are also doing damage, but that will come up as we progress. This guy doesn't care. He's gonna take a swing at the first one he meets. Oh, that's definitely a hit. And because it is the first rank, it'll be one of the ones that took
I don't
26.
think you can roll under the remaining hit points these guys have left.
Well, let's just see how much damage this is anyway. And... oh, I wish I could roll fireballs like this. 15, 53, 8. That's 2, I think. Plus 4. He does 32 points of damage to this individual.
Okay, so that would have killed him on full health.
Yep. And basically just destroys him.
Yeah. And how is he attacking?
He has these claws, and he just swings and just takes his head off.
Okay, yep. Well, there's another one that was caught in the fireball if he has a multi-attack.
He has apparently 2 hands.
Yeah.
Oh, natural 1.
Okay, so that's a miss.
That's a miss. All right. Next up in line is the commander. His turn starts. He needs to make a saving throw. Roll a saving throw for
What
him,
saving
please.
throw is this?
Hold on a sec. Wisdom.
Well, he rolled an 18 total.
All right, so you need these.
I assume that's a save.
That saves. So he takes half of 14 points of damage. So he takes 7 points of radiant damage.
I assume this is Spirit Guardians that's being cast here.
You can roll an Arcana check if you like.
That's a 19 before I add any of my bonuses.
Yes, this is Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
All right. He is now... well, actually, no, he would not be in melee with this thing. It doesn't have that big a reach. So he can do his double bite attacks.
Alright, gonna fire off 2 bolts from it.
Yep.
Alright. His modifier to hit is plus 7. So the first one's a total of 20, and the second one's a 25.
Both hit.
Well, the first bolt does 3 points of damage. And the second one does 8.
All right, better add this up here. We're getting a little high. 7,
So it's 11 more points of damage.
7. Okay. That comes to you now.
Yes,
You
it
want
comes
to
to
do
me. So, we have an undead cleric who is attacking our enemies.
Yeah. Basically, he is now right in the ranks of them.
Yeah.
Cat fighting outside. And there's spirit guardians enveloping everybody.
Except the sorcerer.
No, sorcerer
him
too.
too. Oh.
His initial order was before, so he did not get the initial damage of that.
It's going to be coming up, though.
And this thing is just going to town.
Well, we could get involved in this if we wanted to. You didn't do anything.
Well, no. To you. I would like you to roll a perception check, please.
Yes.
Actually, at disadvantage because there's an awful lot going on.
Alright, well, that's the lower number. 16?
Okay. You notice that this part of town is fairly deserted. One assumes that because of what has happened here, people tend to avoid it.
Yes.
So currently, we are alone with these guys.
Yes. Alright, well,
And we're going to be invisible for another half hour.
yes. So we could just wait and see how this goes. Or we could help this thing out.
Yep.
The one issue with that plan is any spell I cast that is going to hit all of them is going to hit it.
True.
Alright, I think I'm going to take a page out of your book. I'm going to pass my turn and just see how this goes.
Alright, back to the top of the round.
The 4 remaining infantry need to make saving throws.
Yep.
You guys...
Oh, terrible.
Oh, it's wisdom based, and you guys have no wisdom modifiers.
Yep.
But most of them rolled high. One rolled a 19.
Saves.
One rolled a 16.
Oh, a sec. Probably saves. I was going to double check. Wisdom, wisdom. Where's your bloody wisdom? There it is. How much did you say?
16.
Yeah, marginally saves.
14.
Fails.
And 9.
Okay. I would like you to roll a d4
Yeah.
for the one that's
Got
damaged.
2 hit points left.
Yeah.
He was the second roll.
So he saved?
He saved, yes.
He said he has 2 hit points left?
Yes.
He's dead.
Alright, how much damage?
Those who succeed
Yep.
take 3,
Alright.
and the failure, of course, takes 6.
Well, it's not doing terrific amounts of damage.
No, it's
It's
just
doing
damage.
damage.
Yep.
And it killed one of them at the start of their turn.
Yep.
Alright, so we're down 2 of them.
2 down, 3 to go.
Oh, since I didn't really do anything on my turn, can I try to possibly determine how damaged this creature is? It's taken a beating so far.
Go for it.
Natural 20, which is probably what that would take.
Not bloodied.
Okay, so this thing's really tough.
Seeing how you rolled high as well, it seems to be healing.
Oh, okay. It's regenerating. So this thing might be good for quite a while then.
Possibly.
Alright, so we're back. So the infantry.
Yeah.
They made so the saving throws are done, so they still get their turn.
Yep. They are in melee. So they can stab or they can go at disadvantage for their blasts.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd go in for trying to stab this thing, right?
Yeah.
That's another natural 20.
I wonder if it's the same guy.
No,
He's just doing really well today.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah. All right.
Also a natural 1
Oh, someone drops some bite.
and a 12.
Okay. 1 hit.
One.
The natural 20.
Alright, so the Bidence when being used is with D8. That's a 1, which doubles to 2, plus 3 is 5. Yeah, these guys aren't very high-level fighters.
Nope. That is pathetic.
Yep. Alright,
Right. We are now up to our
you.
Oh, me. Oh, that's right.
Are you going to do anything this turn?
Oh. Well,
It
I
does
should
going
probably
in
do it.
Cleric's favor.
Middling. No. I'm gonna wait around, see what happens.
Alright, trigger happy.
Trigger happy. He does not want to repeat blasting his own troops again because those two guys
Because he
died.
resulted in their deaths.
Yeah, so he is going to cast another spell. But not Fireball. He is going to cast Scorching Ray. The spell that you've seen me cast. But he's going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay, so that's 4 rays then. So 4 attack rolls.
This. Oh, wait a minute. What's his.
Yeah, it comes up to this thing's arm class.
+6. Misses. Hit. 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 And hit! Wow, 5 of them hit.
Scorching Ray is only 4.
I thought he gets an extra one for.
Scorching Ray starts at 3 rays.
Oh! And he gets one more.
Yeah, I'm thinking Magic Missile.
Yeah, my bad. 4 hits.
Well, how the first one missed?
Yeah,
So 3 hits.
3 hits. Sorry.
So
And
66 fire damage.
And I gotta check something here. I know I wrote this down. I guess I forgot to write it down. Could you look up something for me while I'm rolling this, figuring it out? I have to tell you what it is. Roll an Arcana check. Maybe you can figure it out.
Natural 20 again.
It's Revenant.
The Revenant. Okay, what am I looking at?
The damage condition where it does not regenerate.
Oh. Okay.
I think it might be fire. Oops. Great.
Fire or radiant damage?
Alright, so it won't be regenerating. It is now taking 24 points of damage.
This is approaching triple digits here.
Yep.
Well, and it's not going to be
It
regenerated.
is 2 points off of triple digits.
Yep.
Still standing.
Yep. Glad we're not fighting this thing.
Yeah. It would be rough.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, saving throw for the sorcerer. Fails.
Also, wild magic surge.
Yeah, roll the surge, please.
9.
The sorcerer takes 11 points of damage from the spirit guardians.
Okay.
Okay, now we are at the revenant's turn.
Yes.
And he is surprisingly intelligent. Alright, this is what he does. He sees the sorcerer.
Yep.
And is, like I said, intelligent enough to realize that, first off, he's taking damage from fire from him. And secondly, he also knows that in his past life, they're the reason why he's no longer alive. He heads straight for him.
Okay.
He's going to leave the two foot soldiers combat range.
Yep.
And so 2 attacks of opportunity, please.
Alright. 2 14s.
2 hits.
Five and 7 damage, so 12 total.
Well, we're now into triple digits. And he is taking both his attacks
On the sorcerer.
on the sorcerer, who is now going to pee his pants. Oh, and a natural 20! And the other one's at 18 before modifiers. Oh, I can roll a natural 20 first. Because that is just too good. I love it when these things work out. Go on, roll well. 22, doubling to 44, plus 4, 48 points of damage.
Sorcerer is dead.
Because he's still... Oh, I didn't roll to see which one was first. Besides, he's just angry. So he just takes a second attack on him, which I'll hit. And...
Name it someone else, though.
I don't know which one was... I didn't say which one was first. I think it would be the second one. I rolled that badly, sorry. The first one's damage would not be enough to kill him. I see it here now.
Okay.
So the second one does basically obliterate him.
Okay, so the sorcerer is dead, but that's both his attacks, what you're saying.
Yes. So the sorcerer is now gone. And thoroughly dead. Alright. We now come to the lieutenant's turn.
The commander.
The commander, sorry. I keep calling him a lieutenant. He just saw the sorcerer get taken out.
Needs to make a saving throw.
Yes. Do that first, please.
3. Sorry, 4. Is +1.
Oh, that's good damage. He takes 18 points of radiant damage.
Alright. That's a fair bit.
Yes, and he just saw his god get obliterated by this thing.
Yeah, I assume he's basically, well, it's using its hands. I assume he's basically tearing him apart, or crushing him, basically.
Yeah. Oh, his morale is really good, though. He's going to stick it out. 2 attacks in melee.
Alright. That's another natural 20. There's been a few of those.
Yeah.
And a 2.
Okay, so the natural 20 hits.
Yeah. 6, which doubles to 12, plus 3 is 15. This thing's taking a lot of damage.
125 points of damage.
Yes, and it's still standing.
It's still standing.
Okay.
So,
My turn.
your turn. Sorcerer is dead.
Sorcerer is dead.
The lieutenant is in rough shape.
Yeah.
And the 3 remaining foot soldiers are still pretty good.
Yeah. Alright. Now here's my question. How damaged does this thing look? Because it
Quite damaged, but not like it's going to fall down any minute.
Alright, so it's quite tough. But if I throw in a spell,
Might finish it.
I might finish it off. We have a rare opportunity here.
I would like you to roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Alright, 14.
You hear noise, but distant.
Alright, Alright, so this has been noticed, which is not surprising.
Yep, this has been a battle.
Yep. Alright.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay, 24.
All its good numbers going to waste.
Yeah, I know.
You know it is going to take more than a minute for people to get here.
So we can get away scot-free. However, there's no guarantee this... from what I know of revenants is they basically seek revenge on those who have wronged them.
Yep.
Which is not us. However, if I damage it, who knows how it's going to react to that.
You rolled what on your Arcana check?
I-
Natural 20?
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. You know revenants are very single-minded. They go after the ones that wrong them, and that's all there is to it.
Well,
Gonna have to decide real fast.
I am going to have to decide real fast. I don't like doing this often, but I'm actually going to roll for this.
Okay.
That's a 3. I pass my turn.
Alright, we go up to the top of the round, which is the foot soldiers. Can you please roll 3 saving throws, please?
The one good news about me not doing anything is this literally can't be tied back to us. We weren't involved at all. Okay, 13, 10, 9. I think they all fail.
Yep. They all take 10 points of damage.
Also, we may not have to get involved in this at all. If this keeps up.
Alright.
What are they going to do?
Now it's my turn.
No, the infantry get their turn.
Oh, sorry. Yes, my bad. Sorry.
They
I
don't
just wrote them off. 2 of them get to do long-range attacks. One is going to be in getting a melee attack.
All right. Okay. 13,
Just hits.
12,
Misses.
and 9.
Misses.
All
One
right.
hit.
All right, were you? This is one of the ones in melee.
Okay. There's only one in melee.
Yeah, so this is the one in melee.
Alright.
9 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
Now we come to you.
Now we come to me. The thing is,
If you cast a spell, we're both visible.
yes. And I think this thing's going to win.
It is starting to look that way.
Yep.
Because it's no longer taking fire damage, which means it's probably going to regenerate.
So, I think I'll pass my turn.
Alright, we're passive observers in this combat for once.
Yep. So, now we're up to the boss guy. He turns to the commander.
Yeah, right. So he's going the revenant's attacking the commander.
Yep. Ooh, +7. That might miss. This is 16. 9 +7. Oh, that's bang on his armor class.
Yeah, they both have chainmail, so I think it's 16.
Oh, a very good hit. God, I wish I could roll fireballs like this.
They're always the way, isn't it?
24. 28 points of damage on the first hit.
The commander is dead.
Oh, so then he can change his target. Because I
to
roll.
the infantry one who just hit him, basically.
Yep. Oh, there's my kind of fireball. For 15 points of damage.
Which kills him, too.
Which is the one that had taken 16 already, so yeah. That was terrible.
Yeah. It was still enough to be lethal.
Yeah. And now we come to you.
Yeah, I think we just let this thing do what it's going to do.
Yep.
And try and stay out of its way.
Alright.
The two
Please
remaining
pass your turn.
soldiers need to make saving throws.
Yeah, we'll roll our saving throws first, and then we're gonna have them probably run away.
15 and 13.
13 fails, 15's right on the margin, so.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Right.
18 points of damage on a fail.
And 9 on a success.
Yep.
Alright, one dies and one is barely hanging on. One has 3 hit points left.
He's going to run.
Okay.
He is not in melee, so there's no attack of opportunity.
Nope. Which way is he running?
Towards us.
Yeah, because he might run into us because we are invisible.
So he is running. I would like you to roll a dexterity check, please. And I'll do the same.
17.
Same here, both with some more modifiers. We get out of the way easily. He goes stagger running up the street. The revenant is going to chase after him.
Okay.
Because that's what he does.
Okay, there's going to be a point of quiet order here then as it passes by us.
Yes.
We're going to be inside the Spirit Guardians.
We are going to be inside the Spirit Guardians, but we do not take damage until our turn starts. Or until we enter it. That's true. Yes, sorry, my bad. As soon as he runs by us, we are now taking radiant damage.
Yes, because I'm pretty sure how that spell works is he can designate those
Safe people.
Spirit Guardians who did not take damage, but we were invisible, so he didn't even know we were here.
All right. Hold on a sec here. We moved out of the way,
Yeah.
but it is 15 feet. We're not going to move that far.
No.
Right, roll a saving throw.
I mean, it's a wisdom save. My wisdom saves are very good. That's a lot, though. 16.
Sorry. 16 saves.
Yeah. I still take damage.
You take. Oh, good God! I'm rolling well on damage. 18 cut in half.
So I take 9 points of radiant damage.
Yep. My first roll was a 5. I decided to use a point of luck.
Yep.
And then I rolled a natural 20.
So you take no damage.
I take no damage, and more importantly, I don't have to make a concentration check.
Yep.
And he goes blasting by us.
Yep. I grimace as I take a bit of damage.
Yep. Oh, sorry. What? Oh. How much damage have you taken in total so far? I gotta keep track of this.
9.
9 total?
That's the only bit of damage I've taken so far.
All right, so you're at
Oh, that's right.
77.
You took damage earlier.
Yeah, I'm at 95. All right. I would like you to roll a constitution check for this almost dead soldier at disadvantage, please.
Okay. Okay. He rolls an 11. He has Constitution, I think. 13 total.
All right. He is actually managing, with the fear of this thing chasing him, to keep out of the way. So this is what happens. We were roughly here. We moved out of the way.
Yeah.
Once they go by, we have a look. This foot chase is happening this way.
Yeah. Oh,
But
good grief. If this thing runs into if this chase takes it into a residential area, that thing's spell might, well, it is going to run its course pretty soon.
Yeah. Coming up the street at a fast march, like a trot, is another squad of soldiers.
Yeah.
With them is the storm sorcerer.
Okay.
So I am going to do a quick calculation here of how many rounds are going to go by, because somebody's regenerating. So we will take, say, 3. We'll make that remote 4. All right. The soldier just runs right into them, says, points down, he's panting something we can't hear.
Yeah.
Uh, they all look,
I assume they see it coming.
they see it coming,
Yeah.
and a whole pile of bidents go off, plus a lightning bolt.
Okay.
I would like you to roll uh, 7 attack rolls with a bident,
Yeah.
and I will roll 1 savings throw.
All right. 19,
Yeah,
11.
just count the ones that are 13 or above.
Okay. 1. 13, you said?
Yeah.
All right. There are 3 hits.
Okay. Roll damage for them.
21 points of damage total.
The lightning bolt goes off, hitting it.
Does it hit the guard as well?
No, they didn't fire that until the guard got to them.
Yeah.
So that is an additional 2. And then they get another round. I won't bother having you roll for the second attack because that one almost finished off. The revenant goes down in a barrage of blasts.
Okay. So 1 survivor.
1 survivor on 3 hit points.
Yeah.
Not exactly functional at the moment.
Okay. And now there's a high-ranking sorcerer bringing
Yep.
some reinforcements.
Once the battle is over,
Yes.
um, he gets the foot soldier under control.
Mm-hmm.
Someone starts biting his wounds, that sort of stuff. They start heading down the street.
Okay.
They come down, and then they see
I
an
want us,
empty.
because we're going to have ample time to do this. I just want us standing off to the side, like far away from the area they're going to be investigating.
Yeah, we'll probably move across the street into this area here
Yeah.
because we can see everything that way.
Yeah, like in an alley would be very good.
Yep. So they come up. They see the empty standard the priest is crucified on.
Yeah.
They see the carnage of the battle and the destroyed bodies
And the dead sorcerer.
and the dead sorcerer. And they start doing an investigation.
All right.
He orders the men to uh, make sure the rest of these things are dead. And then he says, look around, check the building. And he stands there while they do their investigation.
All right. Quick question. How many of them are there?
This is larger than normal. This is a regular squad plus whoever was just running around at the time. So we're looking at 10 foot soldiers plus him.
All right. And including the injured one?
Oh, okay, I wasn't counting him. Sorry, he's an additional. He's just standing there barely.
All right. Well, we have an opportunity here.
Technically,
Yeah.
we are fresh.
Well, not really, but yes.
Well, yeah, we took a few hit points and we've cast a few spells.
Yeah. I'm going to uh, whisper to you. What do you think? Do you think that we can actually handle this many?
They're beginning to spread out.
Yeah.
If we do this, we have to do it now
Yeah.
before they are outside the radius of spells.
Yeah. I know. I'm asking what you think is best.
Personally,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
I
All right.
think we can handle it.
but
but
it's not the right time.
we don't know yet. We don't know enough. I mean, it is an opportunity, and it may be the best opportunity we ever get, but we don't know.
All right,
We
that's good
don't
enough for
have.
me.
Yeah.
How long do we have left on invisibility?
Well, it's funny thing about combats, even though in game it takes a long time to play all this,
That was a few minutes.
it was just a few minutes.
Yeah.
We have another, say, 25 minutes on the spell.
All right.
Now, the time is going to get eaten up rather quickly because they're all off doing stuff and we're watching. So time is going to fly by faster in game.
Yes.
So,
Oh, I
we're,
want us to basically just stand off to the side where we're not obviously in line of sight when we turn if we turn visible.
yeah.
And let's keep an eye on the situation for the moment.
Well, I am going to do something because I've done it all the way up till now. I am going to, while they're busy and his back is turned to us, I am
Oh,
going
good grief.
to collect my emblem.
Okay, so just to be clear, you thought it was an inopportune time to possibly take out another sorcerer and a bunch of foot soldiers, but it's an opportune time for you to continue your collection.
Yeah. I am going to roll stealth.
Do you want me to roll a contested roll against your stealth for him?
You
It...
can, because he is alert.
13 plus whatever he has.
Not anywhere near enough.
Okay.
I collect an emblem.
Congratulations, you get to update your collection.
If nothing else, helps us keep track. And because we do need to keep track, we need to do something else on here.
There were 6 casualties in this fight, not counting the revenant.
Yep. No, there's one thing I need to cross him off. Yep. All right. Well, 5, 10 minutes go by.
Yes.
Nothing is found, of course, because there's nothing to find.
They already found the culprit, killed it.
Yep. And they wrap up their investigation and start heading back up the street. We have roughly 10 minutes left on our spell.
Okay. Are they taking the body of the sorcerer?
They're actually taking all the bodies. No,
Okay.
not the raven.
No. They're probably going to burn that, I suspect.
Not that it's going to do them any good, but yes.
Yeah.
They don't know that yet. Actually, that's one thing I should do. He's been around a while. Never mind, he doesn't have a clue.
Yeah, they might still do it.
Yeah.
It's a
Won't do it.
standard security precaution against reanimating undead.
Yep. So they all head off. We are left relatively in peace
Yeah,
here.
is where we are.
10 minutes left on invisibility.
Okay. Well, this has been an eventful afternoon.
Yeah.
We could follow them back.
If you want to follow them, we are going to need to refresh invisibility.
Yes. Do you think it's a? I think it might be worthwhile to see what's going on. I think I know where they're going, though.
All right.
I think they're going to be heading back to the building they're constructing.
All right. So we come out of here.
Yeah.
We follow at a safer distance.
Yeah.
Roughly, because they're not hurrying at this point. They
No,
stop here.
They're taking dead bodies with them.
Yeah. They stop here, and there's a bit of a discussion that we don't quite hear until he orders them 2 guys to pick it up. And then they start continuing. So at about this point, we are going to need to recast invisibility,
You are going to need to recast invisibility.
which I do.
Yeah. All right. So we are briefly visible and then invisible again, I assume.
Yeah. I'll roll a stealth check. Not a problem. We continue.
We follow them now.
They literally do head down here.
I'm kind of surprised we're taking the main street, but okay.
There's nobody on the street.
No.
Uh, I mean, it is empty.
Yeah. I mean,
Except for a rather large group of soldiers and sorcerers. And as we get closer to here, we discover that the one that's been being called the mistress all along is actually out.
okay. Do you want
So,
me to describe her? Because I don't think
sure.
you actually have. Right. So she would be in the court regalia. She's a tiefling.
Yep.
And well, basically is dressed up and adorned in the self-styled goddess attire that a lot of them wear, and is basically made up to be as look as beautiful as possible.
Yep.
And tieflings are known for their natural charisma anyway. So
Yep. So he and the group get there.
yeah,
Everybody's out. Um, whatever patrols there were have all been called in. One good thing about this is we can get a reasonably good head count,
yeah, -6.
-6. So he brings the dead sorcerer to her, and then there's a conversation now. There's a lot of people here, so we're not going to be able to get close enough
Yeah.
for earshot. I will give you a perception check though for not sorry, not perception, but you can roll for insight on her and him if you like to see how the body language is going.
Is this just one roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Insight comes to 21.
Wow, you're rolling really well on these things.
Yeah.
All right. She doesn't seem emotionally attached to this individual that's dead.
There's a surprise.
It is an inconvenience. Um,
Yeah.
she questions the Dwarvish commander at length about what he saw. They bring over the corpse of the revenant, and then she kind of has a look at that for a bit. She has more conversations with him, seems puzzled, um, orders all the bodies burned. So they start a bonfire basically right there where all the crucified people are. And they just burn a lot of them. Now I'm gonna see if she notices something. Nope.
Okay.
So I would like you to roll a perception check, please. This one I'm gonna have advantage because I'm gonna be whispering in your ear that we can get a head count here.
Natural 20.
Oh,
A
good
3.
God. Stop doing that.
No, this is important.
This is very important. All right. This is what you're going to see. I gotta make a list now because you see her,
Her.
him,
Yeah.
the
Dwarf.
lieutenant, the storm sorcerer.
Yeah, the general basically is what they're after.
Yes. You see another individual, a wild magic sorcerer, a little bit better dressed than the ones we've seen running around.
Okay, so a higher ranking one. So like
Yeah,
tenant of some sort or a second in
yeah.
command.
Seems to be whispering in their ear. They seem to be talking back and forth. They seem to have a better working relationship.
Okay, so
Obviously,
someone
they've
she's
worked.
closer to.
Yeah. And then on top of that, we see oh yeah, oh dear. You rolled natural 20, right?
I rolled the natural 20, yes.
We see someone very familiar to us.
Oh, okay.
Bree is here. And this was entirely unexpected.
Yeah.
On top of that, we see, sorry, how many? There's seven of them total. One, two, three, one dead one. Three more sorcerers of the same lower rank as the one that's got eviscerated. On top of that, we see somewhere he rolled natural 20. This is ridiculous. You count on top of that 47 uh, foot soldiers, including commanders, but you get the impression that they're not all here because
Yeah.
we saw people outside the walls and stuff. So that
All
gives
right.
you a
Well, my immediate focus goes to the fact that Bree is here.
yeah. You've known her forever,
Yeah.
as have I. I'll give you an insight check on her at advantage.
That advantage?
Yep.
Well, apparently I'm in shock. 15.
No more natural 20s.
No,
Well,
15.
you do know her really well, like I said, as I do.
Mhm.
She kind of looks a little like a fish out of water. She seems
Well, yes.
she's lots happening. And that's basically all you can get. Like she just doesn't know what's going on.
Well, yeah, she is a fish out of water. This is the last place I'd expect to find her.
Yeah. So,
Well, this raises a bunch of questions
yeah,
and complicates things beyond belief.
good thing we're invisible.
Yes.
So yeah, in short order, corpses are burned, orders are given, uh, everyone divides back up into their various marching orders. A bunch of them go back into the building because they don't all they're not all out on patrol all at the same time. It's not possible. They have
I
to.
want to keep an eye on where Bree goes.
She heads back into the building.
Okay.
Um, the three lower ranking sorcerers go out.
Yep.
The uh, Storm Sorcerer, or the one we're going to call her Lieutenant, the Confidant, whatever you want,
Yep.
and Bree all go into the building.
And Bree's not being treated like she's a prisoner or anything like that. Not
No,
under any constraint at all.
no, she is willing.
She's being treated like a guest.
She is a little confused,
Yes, but that's because of the situation. But like,
a little, like I said, unsure. Like, kind of think of her as that person who's like their first day on the job and they
until
don't
it
know what they're
happens,
supposed to be doing, and they're not entirely sure they like this job,
and then
but
a
they're
massive accident happens, basically.
and then all of a sudden one of these so-called gods just got torn a new one.
Yeah. Well,
So a half hour of our spell has gone by the time the streets have cleared. People start coming out, poking their heads out the side doors and having a look around, and things start to resume.
right. I I assume you saw Bree, or did you not?
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, would I? You would have said something, wouldn't you? No, maybe not. Hold
Maybe
on a
not
second.
yet.
No, I missed it.
Okay. I say to you, it says, we need to regroup.
All right, where are we going?
Going back to the hotel room. Back to the inn, I guess.
All right, so we go back.
We left the window open.
left the window open. Do you want to try climbing up the wall, or
I'm
do you want
open
to
with
just?
climbing.
Yeah, true. All right, we take out our ropes of climbing.
Yeah.
Dex check, please. Low DC, but that-
10?
that's fine.
Yeah.
We win. Close the blinds. Stop concentrating on invisibility.
Yeah. And I'm going to sit down on the bed because again, a little shocked. At which
Yeah.
point, you're probably going to figure out that something is wrong.
Oh, you haven't told me yet.
No.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right,
At
what's
which
going
point,
on?
I'm going to fill you in on the fact that one of our worst fears has come true.
What in the world is that girl thinking?
I have no
That's just,
idea, but this is even worse than the court being in Vyrn's Run.
yeah. I
We
mean,
literally made sure she was not here the last time the court was in town to prevent this exact situation.
yeah. And she just manages to hook up with him anyway.
That
You know that girl that she,
Lydia,
I think this is her doing.
it's a pretty big coincidence otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, up
Did you
until
see
that,
her?
this was going really well.
Did you see Lydia?
Did I see Lydia?
Roll.
Who?
Nope.
No, but that doesn't mean anything.
No.
There are a great many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And things just got infinitely more complicated. Bree's not here under any constraint.
No. She was just hanging out with him. I mean, it was an unusual situation
Yes.
because someone just got killed in a place where they thought everything was under control, and it turned out not to be under control.
Yeah.
So basically, they were a little bit shocked.
Yeah.
So I mean, Bree was also a little out of it, but again, they were all just milling about. There was no one, she wasn't handcuffed or tied up or under
No.
guard.
And they weren't basic, and she wasn't being escorted back in either.
No, she went in voluntarily.
Yeah.
So yeah, she
Oh, and Bree knows all about the plateau. I
and
got
us
what?
and us.
And us. The one good news in all this is there's no way they can trace this back to us because we literally did nothing.
Yes,
We
and
stood by
also
and watched it happen. That's about it.
Bree knows absolutely nothing about our participation in dealing with the sorcerers so far.
No, Bree's been absent from all of those. Bree knows about us in Lyria. That's about it. And as far as she knows, that's probably where we still are.
Yes, she has no reason to uh, tie us into anything that's going on here.
No. And we need to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Which means we cannot contact her.
The problem is, how are we going to kill all the sorcerers in town, plus all the troops, and not end up in combat with our childhood friend?
Unless we tell her to get out of town.
How?
I have no idea. Like I said, this has complicated things beyond belief. Up until that, this was actually looking relatively feasible. The numbers were going to be a problem, but they go off and I mean, that could just as easily have been us dealing with them.
Yes, that battle could have been us blowing them up instead of the revenant.
Yeah, it was an option.
Yeah. But
All right. From what I know of
Probably.
revenants, they're hard to get rid of.
Oh, it'll be back
Yeah, it'll be back.
tomorrow.
All right. All right. Well, that's something to keep in mind.
All right, let's get back to immediate things that we can deal with. Number one, are we staying here tonight?
I I'm a little distracted at the moment. I think we have to, just for
Uh,
appearance's sake. What do you think? Unless
un-
we could redisguise ourselves, go back down, hand Accra the key, and leave now. If you don't want to stay here,
that makes no sense.
no.
Because why would we pay 5 gold pieces of our hard-earned money that was you rolled a nat 20 on,
Yeah.
convincing her that it was almost like your life savings, and not stay the night?
Well, we could. That just happened. It's a possibility. I understand it's probably suspicious.
Yeah. The problem is here,
Yeah.
from what we've got so far with the knowledge of this place, is a lot of people are nervous about sharing any kind of information with anybody because who do you trust?
Yeah.
Who is going to snitch on you?
Yeah. Who do we trust? That's
Well, I know exactly who we trust.
yeah.
Just
Well, there was at least one other person we at least possibly considered in that, and that just changed.
do we ever trust Bree? We've been very careful about making sure she's never around when things are dangerous.
Well, we trusted her enough not to do this.
Yes, this is a real deviation from her character.
Yes.
She was always up to this point a free spirit, kind of a loose cannon sometimes about, breaking laws, but not hooking up with the biggest evil in the world that we know of so far.
Unfortunately, it also makes a little sense from the court's point of view why she's here.
Need
She's in the
numbers.
same she's in the same branch of sorcery as they are,
Yep.
and she's going to look like a prime recruit to them.
She is a high level sorcerer.
A well equipped one too, thanks to us.
Yeah. Yeah. We bear some amount of responsibility for that, for sure.
Yeah, so it was looking bad already when we kind of ended up making Bree into a bit of an issue for Lyria. Well, now she's gone up and uh, is living with the bad guys.
Yeah.
All right. We need to table that for the moment
Yes.
because there are other concerns we have to deal with.
Yes. We do know now a rough head count.
Yes, and we know that periodically a revenant is going to be attacking them.
Yes. Fortunately, so far, they don't seem to have a clue, but after tomorrow, that's going to change.
Yes, it's going to become less effective as this goes on.
Yeah, they're going to beef up their patrols, which unfortunately means it's going to be harder for us.
Yes, and they've already proven that with enough firepower they can kill it.
Yes. That group obviously was facing a severely damaged revenant,
Yes,
but they took it out in seconds.
yeah. That's going to tend towards confidence, which can be used against them.
Yep.
If we can somehow get a situation like that again to happen next time, we should probably help it.
The next time this happens, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that just occurred to me is if they're going to beef up their patrols, that means the patrols are going to be a lot more spaced out.
Yes, because they
Which
have to let people rest. That
well,
one survivor from today isn't going to get to anything for days.
yeah, he's out of commission for a long time with our new rules.
Yes, because it would just again out of character, it would make no sense if he somehow went through all that and was a bright in the
Okay.
early in the morning out on
Had
patrol again.
lunch. Felt better. Yeah.
No.
Well, that's all perfectly sensible. Fortunately, you and I did not take much damage.
Yeah, I did take some.
Yeah, but you have the refilling healing potion.
Yes, I can technically drink that while we're discussing this.
Yep.
All right. All right. I heal 6.
Okay. And we're having a short rest, so you heal an additional 6.
Yeah, so I'm back up to full.
Yep.
That's a re.
Uh, I was only down 2,
Yeah.
so I'm back up full.
All right. So for the time being, we're healthy.
Yep. That is not going to be the case, I think.
No, but all
So,
right. Are we staying here tonight?
all right. From my perspective,
Mhm.
the opinion of Accra and anybody else is irrelevant.
Yes.
So no matter what, either tomorrow morning we're going to disappear forever,
Yeah.
or we can do that right now. One, I suppose, does garner a little bit of suspicion, but is she actually going to bother
Reporting.
reporting it and risking attention? I doubt.
I doubt it.
We do need to find a hidey hole.
Yes.
If
Need
we
one.
don't have a hidey hole,
Yeah.
we don't have a place where we can do permanent, like long rests
After tonight.
after tonight. If we
One.
stay here,
Yeah.
uh, we do run a risk.
Yes. Not.
And by risk, I mean um, someone might decide to investigate in
It
the
is
middle of
possible. Yes.
the day. They
We
might
have to come
do
up with a reason why we're suddenly leaving in such a hurry.
no reason will make sense. No one hands over 5 gold pieces,
Yeah.
which is supposedly a lot of money,
Yes.
and then just wanders off.
Yeah. There's risks in both of them, but we're in an occupied city that is being oppressed by the great by an evil cult of sorcerers.
Yes.
This is a risky situation, regardless.
Well, we know the city really well.
Yep.
We do know of additional holes in the ground, hidden places
Yeah.
where we could set up something a little bit more permanent.
There is
Now,
another wrinkle in that plan.
what's that?
We know that there's a vampire hiding out here.
Yes,
We've already
we
found one coffin.
we know that they have a coffin here.
That rules that place out.
We don't know about that place.
No.
And on top of that, we have the tower where Therian had his uh, bunch of buddies, and there's
Yes.
there's a secret door to a tunnel there, which they could possibly be in as well, or also could be a good place for us.
That's a massive landmark, unfortunately.
Yep. And the other one is this place. This place where we ran into an operative of the
Yeah, one
court,
of their spies.
and it's a burned out building, been abandoned forever. Had a bunch of structure in the basement that would be easy to fortify. So could be there as well. On top of that, there's a massive sewer system.
Yes.
You ran into your buddy down there that turned you to stone.
Yes. I mean, the basilisk is dead,
Yeah. And then
but that doesn't mean something else is horrible has moved in there.
because we both breathe underwater, me with a cap, you with natural, we have this whole river here.
Yep. Or that lake.
Um, and on top of that, we have this.
Yeah.
And if
And just
uh,
as
and
a
all of it.
final point, we can go anywhere out in the wilderness as well.
Yes. The only problem with the wilderness, the only reason why I would put a stroke against it is it requires time to get from wilderness to city. And means we're going to burn spells to get into town every time we want to start the day.
So that also has the same issue of going to that lake over there.
Yeah, the river not so much because we can just be offshore.
Mhm.
Any of the other places in town is fine as well. Therion's old tower, I suppose, is probably a bit
It's
too
obvious.
obvious. Yeah. So we
And
have.
also, I'm not entirely convinced the court will not have done something with that tower.
Oh, I'm sure they've investigated everything.
Yeah.
Possibly not this or any of the other derelict buildings because there's not necessarily a need.
The one benefit that high underwater has is we guarantee not running into a vampire down
In the river. Yeah.
there. Yeah. It's not going to immerse itself in a substance that burns it like acid.
Yeah. Running
That's how we
water.
killed the last one.
Yeah. Got lucky that time.
Yeah.
All right. So we have river. We have that derelict building and probably going to rule out the sewers.
All right. Well, based on both your caveat is you don't want to spend wait and too much time getting into the city. My caveat is I don't want to go. I want to try and avoid staying in the city as much as possible for sleeping and resting because it's asking for trouble. So between
All
the
right.
two of those, I think the river's the best bet.
It is probably
The last place they'll think to look.
the last place that they're equipped to look for sure. And we do know of entrances into the city
Hmm.
uh, through this. Well, I mean, there's a sewer grate roughly in this area here,
Yeah.
uh, the storm sewer exit that has missing bars,
Yeah.
so we can get in that way. Or we can just go ashore.
Yeah.
So you want river?
I think that's the best bet. So, are we staying here tonight though?
I don't see the point,
Okay.
but we
So
can if you want. It's up to you. You're an
we
active
just
player.
leave the key in the room and then leave.
But see, the thing is, if we stay here the night, are we going to bother setting up, well, the new camouflaged hut even? Are we going to sleep in the beds? Something we haven't done since, before level 5.
All right. Well, Hector's gonna come looking for her key if we don't give it back to her. Not
Yeah.
really all that big of a deal, but if we just disappear, it is going to look suspicious.
Yes.
I think it's going to look more suspicious if we don't just give her back the key.
So what do you want to do? Stay here the night then?
Are you completely against that plan?
No, I'm not.
I say we do all our usual security precautions,
All right.
but we do stay here.
All right.
I think
It
that's the
is
best
now mid-afternoon.
mid afternoon. So still early. I'm
Yep.
not sure how much more we feel up to after all this, though.
We do have a couple of concerns.
Yeah.
Well, we've done actually way more than I thought we'd managed to accomplish. That revenant attacking
Yeah.
has caused them to congregate
Yeah.
and gave us a good head count. We know roughly what we're dealing with now,
Yes.
numbers wise. Finding out about Bree was just a weird coincidence, but it happened.
Yep. And it's definitely shocking.
Yep. The major unknown at the moment is the vampire. Do we want to try and have a bit of a look to see where it is?
All right. If I was a vampire, again, just thinking like this,
Yeah.
we know that these Shadow Court sorcerers are stealthy and they are also rather intelligent. La-
Hmm.
Ludmilla, the last one we fought, was by far the most. We both agree on this was probably the most dangerous of the court sorcerers we faced.
Yes.
We got incredibly lucky dealing with her. If
We were
I
a
was
lot
this
lower
individual,
level.
yeah,
We were a lot lower level.
we were.
We got really lucky. Um, it is not something I would like not knowing where it is.
Yes. If I, like I said, just thinking like that, if I was this vampire, I would want to put my coffins in areas of the city where it's not likely to be searched. Or, as I said before, just when we were thinking of our place to hide, outside the city. It's less of an issue for a vampire to get into a city like this at night.
Yes. We already know one
Yes.
coffin that's outside the city.
Yeah.
How
Unfortunately,
many they have, we don't know.
we don't know. Well, it wasn't there. So at least one more.
Yes. And the thing is,
And I'm just going to go off on a limb here. This might be completely wrong, but based on what we know of the Court of the Seven, I do not believe they would be in the sewers.
simple vanity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Admittedly, we don't know how against the grain the rest of them make this one's going to go.
Well,
The last
it's
one was hiding out in an underground cave, basically.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we know a lot of hidey holes.
Yes,
We could check them out.
we could. I'm just not sure it's the best idea for us to do it now.
Okay.
Yeah, we are about half. I'm about half spent. I don't know about you.
I've cast two first level spells, a second level spell, and two third level spells. So I do have spells left.
Yes, I cast three first level spells and I cast two clairvoyances.
Yeah.
So I'm down for a bit. I don't have your new ring.
Yeah. It does help.
Yeah. So we would need to use more magic to run around looking for this thing.
Yes. Oh, I don't want to engage it.
No. And if we do find it, it will likely result in one, which we are not prepared for at the moment.
Well, currently it should be asleep.
Yes, but it would need to be the most idiotic creature in existence to not put security measures in place when it sleeps. We do that.
Yes. It is going to at least have a Renfield or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Probably a bunch of traps as well.
Yeah. Possibly
Okay.
magical ones.
Oh yeah. It's a sorcerer.
Yes. Sorcerers are more limited than us in the spells that they can know.
Yep.
However, it's all just
We don't know.
we do not know. I think we're coming to the conclusion that we're not going to get to it today.
Um, we have some light left.
Yeah,
We
it's
could.
springtime, so we probably have like 4 or 5 hours of daylight.
Oh, not even that much.
Yeah, okay, less.
It's gonna be at least. So we had a discussion. We went back. It's approaching 4. We have at most 2 more hours of light.
Okay,
So this thing is going to be up and about in a couple of hours.
which might mean it'll be up and about before we get back. Also, there's the curfew we have to technically worry about.
Yeah, we're invisible.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that the thing is, sneaking invisibly around past a bunch of city guards and a bunch of largely ignorant sorcerers is one thing. Sneaking invisibly around a vampire is very different.
yes. Now we don't know what its motives are here. Obviously, it's not.
Nothing good.
It's not here to keep the status quo.
No.
It is here to probably upset things. So
From what we know, again, the previous one we dealt with, she attacked their own operatives. So it's pretty clear that the Shadow Court operates under its own agenda. And
yes,
seems to rely on infiltration, spying, and sabotage mostly.
yes. And now that there's a revenant about, I suspect uh, this Shadow Court mage is going to start stepping its game up a bit, maybe,
Possibly.
because it now has a scapegoat.
Yes. And also, we can use that to our advantage too.
Yeah.
However,
It,
we have to be careful with that still.
yes, we need to be more careful than anybody else.
Yes. Well, I think we've come to the conclusion that we're not going to be doing much more before the sun sets.
Well, there's nothing saying we can't go out after dark.
No, except the risks seem to be going up and up
Yeah.
after dark. Well, it might just be because of a recent shock, but think I think we do need to
All right.
call it a day. We've done a fair bit. We've done
Yeah.
a lot more than I thought we were going to get done.
Yep. That revenant was a monkey wrench in the works that
In a
seemed
good way.
to help us out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Uh, set up our new hut,
I'm going to close the
uh,
window.
the one that's disguised, so that it will seem to fit in with the room and not necessarily be thought of as something unusual.
While you're setting that up, I'm going to cast an alarm spell
Yep.
on the door and the window. We've done this several times
Yeah.
in the will before, so I know the areas to ward with that.
Yep. And we are going to need to keep watch.
Yes, we will.
So
Do you want to cover that now?
that is a good question. I think so.
Okay. I'll take first watch
All right. Roll your perception checks.
with my familiar's assistance.
All right.
All right. So I'm using my perception.
Yes.
24.
All right. Think about this now. All right, you. What are you going to do? Oh, oh. All right. It's dark.
Mhm.
Your shift is not over yet.
Mhm.
The alarm on the window goes off.
All right. I wake you.
I would like you to roll a stealth check for that, please.
Oh, that's low. 9.
You hear it's dark.
Yes, it's
You
dark.
hear footsteps on the floor in our room. You hear somebody moving around. They poke around a little bit and they have this. Initially, they're very, very quiet, very, very stealthy. And then they seem to come to the conclusion that they don't understand something. And they say, "This is odd."
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
Okay. Have I woken you up at this point?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm just going to be you.
Yes. I'll roll a stealth check as well. This, according to mice, this is just like someone just talking to themselves. Like somehow, sometimes when you're trying to process thoughts, you talk out loud. This person seems to have that habit, and they're standing. Well, right now, as far as you can tell, they're standing in the middle of the room. So this doesn't make sense. There's supposed to be two strangers here. I'm gonna have a chat with that person. This room seems strange. Doesn't seem to be the right proportions. But wanders around, taps on the dresser, traps on the bed. No one's in the bed. Comes over to the hut. So this is a very strange wardrobe. It's really big for this room. I don't know why this is here. It tries the handles. It's locked. Can't seem to figure out how to open it up.
You did a remarkably good job on this spell.
Yeah, apparently. That and
They rolled poorly.
they rolled really bad. This. I need to keep an eye on them. I have a description at least. Like they just at this point, goes over, sits on the bed. I hate mysteries. There's that undead thing too. What in the world's that about? Did me a favor. Gotta count my blessings that way, I guess. One less sorcerer to worry about. And a bunch of those idiot minions that don't really count anyway, I guess. Well, I got other things to do. And all of a sudden, you don't feel the presence in the room anymore.
I
They're
don't
just,
say anything yet.
yep. They just all of a sudden aren't there.
Right?
You can't see anything anyway because it's pitch dark.
The hut is lit from the interior. No, it can be lit.
Can be. It's not currently lit because that will just screw up your ability to see out anyway at anything. I'll
Right.
give you a disadvantage check. Is Alice out?
She would have been, yes.
Right. Disadvantage perception check.
But can't but advantage and disadvantage cancel out or no?
Yeah, I guess you can't really stack too many all at once. You can't say there's two disadvantages.
But,
Yeah, just roll.
okay. 21.
Okay. Alice doesn't understand what's going on, even though she is a Fey being.
Yeah.
But basically, she said there was a person sitting on the bed, and all of a sudden they kind of just dissolved.
They're gone.
There's no one in here now, so she can't.
I say, well, that was tense. I say to you.
Yeah.
I'm not certain, but I think we just met our Strigoi.
Not too many things can dissolve without casting a spell.
Hmm.
Well, that's what she said.
Yes. She may not have interpreted exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I think it's gone for now. This is an incredible spell you put together.
It saved our butts.
Yes. Well, the alarms helped too.
Yes. Um,
And you're right, we cannot stay here. But
no.
there's no point in heading out now.
Someone is now suspicious.
Of two woodsmen.
Strangers. Two woodsmen.
The disguises are paramount, I think,
Yes, fortunately, they don't know.
who we actually are.
They don't. They have a description,
Of an illusion.
but they're intelligent.
Yes.
Apparently, not enough to understand that there shouldn't be that large a wardrobe in this room.
Yeah. Well, strange. Well, it's an unexpected situation in a strange room.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well, I was about to wake. It was almost time for your watch anyway, so
yeah.
your turn.
I won't bother rolling because they're not coming back. So morning comes. After you describe what you saw, and then I was awake for part of it as well and heard some of the conversation. There is someone spying for the Strigoi because they
Yes.
passed on information.
And that spy might still be here.
That spy is most likely somewhere where they can gather information and earn their keep or
Like in
whatever
the
you get
common
from a
room down
Strigoi.
below in the inn.
If two woodsmen exit the room, go down, hand their key back in, and leave after the Strigoi has been here
Yeah.
and found the room empty,
Mhm.
that is going to be a very interesting little puzzle for the Strigoi.
Yes, and the opposite side of that is if we do not do that, it's going to just as like I mean, it's suspicious either way.
Yes.
The only advantage one has is if we do not go down and turn the key in, and we just go out through the window like we did last time,
Yep.
is that there's a very good chance a spy is not going to spot us.
We have options.
Yes, we do.
We could try and find the spy and eliminate them.
Yeah,
We could be woodsmen, leave,
yeah,
and see if anybody's tailing us.
yeah.
We can go invisible and just leave, and then see if there's anybody trying to keep an eye on the place. We have options.
We have options. Yes,
Do you have a preference, or is this something we're going to leave for the next session?
I think it's a good idea that we leave it for next time.
Because this has gone on a while.
Yes, it has.
Investigation always takes a while.
It does. We got a lot done. I think that's a nice stopping point in the morning there.
All right. So it is now morning. We're in a room.
Yep.
The hut lasts longer than the other hut,
Yes.
so it's still here for the moment.
Yes. We get our spell slots refreshed. We're at full health.
Yep.
We can, if you want to
Saves.
prepare new spells, you can in between sessions, and we'll pick up there next time.
Yep.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll take care of, well,
Something.
hopefully we will take care of a sorcerer.
Yes. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe, and please join us here again next time as we continue trying to unravel this mess that is happening in the occupied city of Vyrn's Run. A lot of things are going to be happening very quickly from now
Yeah,
on.
it's gonna hit the midden. Hit the midden's gonna hit the windmill.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.